You can achieve initial success in business by being lucky once, but you can't stay successful for the long haul by relying on luck. That point is proven by how many businesses don't last 10 years. The root of the problem is that while companies start because they develop a solution to a problem, over the long haul, they don't know how to consistently solve the right problems. That's a horrible feeling when you feel like you're grasping at straws and nothing's working and you don't know why. In their attempts to fix the business and force some kind of growth, many business owners resort to a flavor of the month innovation or problem-solving tactic. Unfortunately, this creates more problems than it solves because new ideas are neither properly vetted nor thoroughly implemented. Now grab a pen and paper because over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you my two-part system for avoiding the flavor of the month trap so that your new ideas can thrive inside your business and you can avoid wasting precious time, money, and resources. Part 1. You need a rule that allows you to confidently and correctly identify what's a problem, what's an opportunity, and what's a shiny object. So here it is. If something happens one time, that's an event. It might have to be addressed, but it isn't necessarily a trend. If something happens twice, that's a signal that there's something going on that's worth keeping an eye on. If it happens in the marketplace, you should be curious, but don't try to see a pattern where one doesn't exist. If something goes wrong inside your business, then you may simply need to retrain your team on current processes and not do a complete redesign of all your procedures. If something happens 3 times, that's a pattern and a trend, and it's therefore a real problem or real opportunity. Now you can seriously consider launching a new product or service or changing an internal procedure. The benefit of this rule is that it helps you avoid jumping too early on something that isn't a real problem but that someone may have blown out of proportion. And on the other side of the coin, it helps you sort out the real opportunities in the marketplace. You'll feel much more confident knowing that you're solving real problems and creating something that your clients will actually pay for. Part 2. Remember that when you want to change a process or introduce a new technology to your team, there are 4 simple questions that you should answer to ensure success. Question number 1. What resources are you going to give your team to help them learn the new process or technology and ultimately be successful? Question number 2. What are the specific metrics that you and your team are going to use to measure success? If the answer sounds anything like, I don't know, I'll know it when I see it, stop. Don't move forward with that implementation until you know the answer, because if you don't know what success looks like, then your team won't either. Question number 3. What barriers will you remove to help your team succeed? It's likely when something new is introduced that your team will need new skills or maybe more time during the day, possibly new equipment or some combination of the 3. They might need some things taken off of their plate. If you don't remove these barriers, then your team is far less likely to move on the implementation because they're overloaded. And question number 4. How often will you check back in with your team to see what else they need from you or what unintended consequences popped up so that you can help them with those items? Notice that these 4 questions are all about what you're going to do. Your team is on the front lines dealing with this new thing every day, and they need to know what you're going to do to help ensure their success. Remember, if you're only willing to do 3 out of these 4 things, then don't move forward with the new idea. If you do, the idea will look, feel, sound, and smell like the flavor of the month. Companies that stand the test of time understand how to identify the right problems to solve. Leaders who don't have a system for identifying the right problems and the right opportunities, they make uninformed decisions and ultimately find themselves out of business. Now, if you'd appreciate some help, and if you'd really appreciate getting your hands on a free tool and a fully customized action plan that shows you exactly what your internal problems are and which ones to solve first, simply head over to askphilipwilliams.com/solve problems. By answering some targeted questions within a few minutes, you'll become crystal clear on what you need to address inside your business so that it moves quickly to increase profitability. The results will get you moving in the right direction immediately. Thank you, and I'll see you on the other side.